Hello, I am Mel or Isla, depending on what time of day it is or what my mood is like. I am Isla Noir when I am playing music, performing on stage, or I'm just Mel all the other times. So I figured I would introduce myself since I actually haven't done that before, and you can get to know a little bit about me. Okay, let's begin. I started a fashion modeling career when I was really young. I think I was 15 or 16 and still at school, and I signed with my agency and then I got to travel the world. And if you had met me before I was a model, you probably wouldn't believe that I was going to become a model because I was super skinny, super shy, kind of like gangly, really studious. I wanted to become a biomed pathologist, and I was enrolled in university to do that, but then obviously my career took me somewhere else. When I was modeling, I got to walk on runway and do a lot of different fashion shows, work for some really cool companies, fly to a lot of different countries, meet a bunch of cool people, eat a lot of yummy food. I was a musician long before I was a model. I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old, and I begged my parents to get me a piano. I even got a petition in primary school of all of my friends and all the teachers at school to sign it. I was that desperate for a piano. And no regrets, because I still play it to this day. I came up with the name Isla Noir because my original musician name was Ariel, based off The Mermaid. I love everything ocean and water and mermaidy. And it was actually taken by somebody else, surprise, surprise, and they ended up putting my music catalogue under this other person's name, and our music was very different to each other's. I like the connotations it has, that Isla is kind of like an island, noir is black, but I like it representing a dark island, which I think is my kind of music. It's dark pop, dark ballad, sad music. I love sad music. I began performing live when I was, I think, 13 or 14, and I played in a couple of bars, in some clubs, live events, everything like that. I went to a performing arts school outside of my normal school, which was really, really awesome. And then while I was modeling and traveling the world, I was also performing music and writing and doing all of that. So I've had my songs on a couple of TV shows, one of them being Netflix, She's Gotta Have It. I have another song on a friend's short film called Screaming at Stars, and it's a really, really cool thriller. You should definitely try and get your hands on it if you can. So I'm currently living in Vancouver, Canada, which is kind of filming capital right now. And I did dabble in a little bit of acting. I did want to give it a go. I can do a mean American accent. That was not my attempt at the American accent. I can do one.
When she got the Aleutian flu vaccine, that's when you got the call about the zombie virus. How sad is that?
Okay, baby dolls, I'm gonna need you to put out or get out, hit it or quit it, hop or dump. You follow me?
And then what I found is I loved being on the other side of the camera in terms of writing the story and being a storyteller. I think that just comes hand in hand with being a songwriter and a musician. I wanted to be more in charge of telling the story than playing the story. I found a natural segue from acting and performing into writing, and right now I've found a huge passion and love for writing scripts, stories, pretty much anything. I feel like I kind of already do that with music, and this is just another way, another outlet for me to get my voice heard and my stories told. I love telling stories from my point of view, whether that is being a woman, a Eurasian woman, a musician. I like telling things from what I know, but I love sci-fi. So drama and sci-fi, if you can smash them together, that's my ideal story. I like a story with a struggle in it. I think that's what makes it compelling and interesting. But I like showing how different cultures play out on the screen. It's really cool to have lived in so many different countries. I'm definitely lucky in that sense, and I do not take it for granted. Favorite city I have ever lived in is Hong Kong. It's the best. It is just the most vibrant, happening city. There's so much going on. I wish I could go back. I don't know what it's like now. I think I lived there in 2013, a really long time ago, maybe even less, maybe 2009, a long time ago, but I do miss that place the most. And Singapore is just like a second home to me. Something you might not know about me, I speak random bits and pieces of languages. I'm obviously from Australia, that's where this accent comes from. And I learned Portuguese from all of my Brazilian friends that I lived with, worked with, traveled with while I was modeling. This is my attempt. Eu falo pouquinho português. I know all the things like let's go party, you know, the most useful words that you can learn. I also speak Japanese. I used to speak it quite well, not so well anymore, but I studied that for, I want to say 10, 11 years, and I went to school for a little bit in Japan, so I have Japanese. And this is my best attempt at Japanese. Watashi wa marisu desu. Usagi ga suki desu. If you understand Japanese, you'll know I'm absolutely rabbit crazy. And now I am currently learning French, which is really tough. Oh, and I speak a little bit of Russian. Привет, как дела? In terms of hobbies and things I do, fitness is a huge one. I used to do taekwondo, I'm a scuba diver, I love diving, obviously don't do that here in Vancouver because it's way too cold, and I'm a chicken. I'm usually always diving with a 5mm wetsuit because I'm just cold all the time, even in the tropics. I used to do trampolining, and here in the city, just to keep fit, I go to F45, which is so Australian of me, but I love it, and I do boxing every now and then, and I love running. So when I am not writing music or writing stories, scripts, screenplays, I am doing art. This is one of mine. I painted that. I do a lot of DIY. I'm obsessed with DIY. I made this I made this headpiece. Wait 1 second. Ta-da! Oh, it's so tall. There we go. I love making stuff. If you have any questions for me, please post them in the comments. I hope that you got to know me a little bit better.